Success is never a straight line, it is not a singular event that arrives announced like a sudden storm. Instead, it is a quiet, deliberate construction, built piece by piece in the unseen hours of the day and night. We are often shown the final gleaming edifice of achievement, the polished result of years of labor. What remains hidden is the messy, often frustrating process of its creation. The moments of doubt, the countless revisions, the plans that crumbled, the foundations that had to be relaid time and time again. This hidden architecture is where true strength is forged, far from the applause and recognition of the outside world. Every meaningful journey is shaped by the detours, the dead ends. We imagine that genius achievers are blessed with a smoother path, that their talent carves a direct route to their destination. This is a comforting myth, but it is a myth nonetheless. The reality is that their path is just as fraught with obstacles, perhaps even more so. The difference lies not in the absence of challenges, but in their response to them. They understand that setbacks are not signs to quit, but signals to learn, adapt, refine their approach. They see resistance not as a barrier, but as a necessary force that sharpens their focus, strengthens their resolve. The world celebrates breakthroughs, but it rarely acknowledges the slow, grinding work that precedes them. It applauds the victory, but overlooks the thousands of small, unglamorous decisions made in solitude. It is in these quiet moments, the early mornings, the late nights, the disciplined refusal to surrender to fatigue or frustration, that the framework of success is truly built. High achievers know that progress is uneven. There will be days of exhilarating momentum followed by weeks of seeming stagnation. This is the natural rhythm of any ambitious pursuit, and the key is to keep building, to keep laying the next brick even when the final structure is not yet visible. And this is the fundamental truth we will explore. Success is not about avoiding the fall, it is about mastering the art of getting back up, stronger and wiser than before. It is a process of accumulation, of small efforts compounded over time. Every setback tests you. It reveals the strength of your foundation and the depth of your commitment, but it is your resilience, your unwavering ability to continue the work in the face of adversity that ultimately decides who succeeds. This is the mindset that separates those who merely dream from those who achieve, a mindset that can be learned, practiced, and mastered by anyone willing to commit to the process. In this journey together, we will deconstruct the very essence of a winner's mindset. We will move beyond the superficial headlines of success and dive deep into the practical habits and mental frameworks that cultivate resilience and relentlessness. This is not about abstract motivation or fleeting inspiration. It is about providing you with a clear, actionable blueprint for building the mental toughness required to navigate the long and winding road to your goals. We will explore how high achievers develop an unwavering discipline, not by avoiding failure, but by systematically using it as a powerful source of fuel and information for their continued growth. You will learn how to transform your relationship with challenges. Instead of viewing setbacks as overwhelming obstacles, you will see them as essential feedback mechanisms. We will break down how to stay steadfast, focused, and deeply committed, especially when your initial motivation inevitably fades and your confidence is put to the test. The principles we will cover are timeless, rooted in mindset mastery, radical personal responsibility, and the profound power of long-term thinking. These are the very traits that distinguish those who abandon their path from those who become the genius achievers who shape their own destinies and the world around them. This exploration is a promise. It is a promise that if you engage with these ideas, you can build the capacity to endure and thrive amidst uncertainty. We will offer you practical tools to reframe failure, build momentum through micro-habits, create predictable routines that anchor you when chaos ensues. We will also delve into the emotional work required, teaching you how to manage your energy, practice self-compassion without indulgence, and use your own narrative to empower consistent, focused action. These are not grand, unattainable gestures, but small, repeatable practices that accumulate to create an unbreakable core of inner strength. Our aim is to equip you for the marathon, not just the sprint. By the end of our time together, you will understand that resilience is not about being invincible or unbreakable. It is about refusing to stay down. As we begin, remember this simple but powerful idea. Every setback tests you, but resilience decides who succeeds. When our exploration concludes, we will invite you to continue this work. If this journey strengthens your mindset, we encourage you to like the video, subscribe to Genius Achievers, and comment with one challenge you refuse to quit on. Let us begin building your relentless resilience. Table of Contents, Part 2, Act 1, Why Resilience Matters, about 4 sections. 1. The foundation of lasting success. 2. Shattering the myths of effortless achievement. 3. Setbacks as the ultimate teachers. 4. The alchemy of pain and progress. Resilience is the unseen bedrock upon which all great achievements are built. It is the quiet, stubborn force that allows you to continue when glamour fades and grit is all that remains. We often mistake success for a destination, a sunlit peak reached after a clear and steady climb. But true success is a process of enduring the climb itself with its treacherous weather and shifting terrain. Resilience is not an extraordinary trait reserved for a select few. It is the fundamental human capacity to withstand pressure, to recover from missteps, to persist in the pursuit of a worthy goal. It is the conscious decision to show up again tomorrow, especially after a day that has left you feeling defeated and depleted. To be resilient is to be like water. It adapts, it flows around obstacles, and over time it can carve through the hardest stone. It is not about being rigid or unyielding, but about being flexible and persistent. Relentlessness, its close companion, is the active expression of this resilience. It is the unwavering forward motion, the disciplined application of effort day after day, regardless of immediate results. While resilience is the capacity to absorb a blow, relentlessness is the drive to take the next step. Together, they form a powerful dynamic, the ability to endure hardship and the will to continue advancing despite it. This combination is the true engine of long-term achievement. Think of the greatest structures ever built. Their strength lies not in their visible spires, but in their deep, hidden foundations. These foundations were not laid in a single day. They were dug through rock and soil, reinforced against unseen pressures, and designed to bear weight for centuries. Your personal resilience is that foundation. It is what supports your ambitions, your skills, and your dreams. Without it, even the most brilliant plans will collapse under the first real test of pressure. Cultivating this inner strength is not an optional part of the journey. It is the most essential work you will ever do on the path to becoming a genius achiever. Therefore, we must begin by understanding that resilience is not a passive quality you are born with. It is an active skill you cultivate. It is a muscle that grows stronger with every challenge you face and every setback you overcome. It is built in the small moments, the choice to revise a failed proposal instead of abandoning it, the decision to practice your craft for another hour when you feel tired, the courage to seek feedback after a disappointing performance. These are the bricks that build your foundation. They are not glamorous, but they are what will allow you to stand firm when the inevitable storms arrive. Our culture is filled with stories that mislead us about the nature of success. We are fed myths of overnight sensations of singular geniuses whose talent alone carries them to greatness. We hear about lucky breaks that change everything, or a smooth, uninterrupted ascent to the top. These narratives are comforting because they suggest a path without pain or struggle, but they are profoundly damaging as they create a false expectation that achievement should be easy. When our own journey proves to be difficult and filled with friction, we wrongly conclude that we are not talented enough, not lucky enough, or simply not meant to succeed. The myth of pure talent is perhaps the most pervasive. We see a masterful musician, a brilliant entrepreneur, or a world-class athlete and attribute their success solely to innate ability. What we don't see are the 10,000 hours of deliberate practice. We don't see the years of lonely, repetitive work, the countless failures, the constructive criticism they had to endure, and the sacrifices they made along the way. Talent may provide a head start, but it is resilience and relentlessness that carry you across the finish line. Talent without discipline is like a powerful engine without a steering wheel, full of potential but ultimately directionless and prone to crashing. Similarly, the idea of the lucky break obscures the reality of preparation meeting opportunity. What appears as a sudden stroke of fortune is almost always the result of years of consistent effort. The person who gets the lucky investment pitch had spent months refining their business plan and practicing their delivery. The writer whose book becomes an overnight bestseller had likely spent a decade honing their voice and accumulating rejection letters. They were not simply lucky, they were ready. They had built the resilience to stay in the game long enough for the opportunity to arise, and the skill to seize it when it did. By dismantling these myths, we free ourselves from the burden of unrealistic expectations. Progress is not smooth. It is a messy, uneven, 2 steps forward, 1 step back process. There will be missed deadlines, failed pitches, and moments where your health or motivation dips unexpectedly. These are not anomalies, they are normal parts of any ambitious endeavor. Winners do not have a magical, obstacle-free path. They simply understand that the journey is the work, and they have trained themselves to embrace the friction, knowing it is the very force that will shape them into who they need to become. Section 3. Setbacks as the ultimate teachers. Every high achiever understands a fundamental truth. Setbacks are not obstacles only, they are lessons. Failure is the most potent personal teacher. It speaks to you directly, the flaws in your strategy, the gaps in your knowledge, the weaknesses in your character. A missed deadline is direct feedback. Time management, your planning process. A rejected proposal is a market lesson. Pain is information. Consider small, everyday setbacks. You launch a project, the initial response is lukewarm. This is not a verdict on your worth, it's data. Your marketing message may be unclear, your product may need refinement, your target audience may be different. A larger setback, a business failing, being laid off from a job, it forces complete reevaluation. It strips assumptions and compels hard truths. Your skills, your direction, your priorities. These moments are crucibles that forge growth. The key difference is how people process information. Many react with shame, blame, denial. They see failure as final and stop. Genius achievers convert pain into fuel. They ask not why did this happen to me, but what is this trying to teach me? They dissect failure with cold, objective curiosity. What went wrong? What they could control, what they will do differently next time. That process becomes a strategic advantage. This is the essence of a growth mindset. Abilities developed through dedication and hard work. Every setback becomes an opportunity to get stronger, smarter, more capable. A failed pitch sharpens sales skills. A difficult negotiation improves judgment. An unexpected problem enhances problem-solving abilities. Over time, these lessons build deep, resilient wisdom. You become shaped and strengthened by the very things that were meant to break you. Section 4. The alchemy of pain and progress. The process of converting setbacks into strength is a form of alchemy. It is the art of turning the lead of failure into the gold of wisdom, turning frustration into forward progress. This transformation is not automatic. It requires a conscious and deliberate practice. High achievers do not simply bounce back from adversity, they bounce forward. They use the energy from a setback and the information it gives them to propel themselves into a more effective, focused state. The pain of a mistake becomes the catalyst for clearer priorities and stronger routines. A period of stagnation forces them to innovate and find a better way. This alchemy begins with a simple but profound shift in perspective. See a setback not as an end point, but as a turning point. It is a signal that your current approach is no longer working. A business that is not growing is not a failure. It is a problem waiting for a creative solution. A personal goal you keep failing to meet is not weakness. It signals your system needs redesign. This reframing moves you from emotional reaction to strategic analysis. Step back, observe without judgment, and plan your next move. Use the clarity that follows a setback to your advantage. Failure burns away the inessential. When things fall apart, you decide what truly matters. Double down on core principles and shed distractions. Build stronger, more resilient systems from the aftermath. Refine your morning routine to build more focus. Set clearer boundaries to protect your energy. Create better feedback loops to catch mistakes earlier. The setback becomes the architect of an improved future. Resilience is built by internalizing this alchemical process. Meet pain with curiosity, meet failure with strategy, meet resistance with renewed resolve. It's not about working harder without thinking, it's about working smarter after a fall. Embrace the discomfort of growth, the price of mastery. You are not defined by your falls, but by your relentless ability to rise, learn, and continue the climb, stronger and more determined than before.